Welcome to Terry Fox Field for the 1997 Girls OFFSAA Soccer Final between Dunbarton Spartans from Pickering and the Huron Heights Warriors from Newmarket. I'm Sean Casey along with Stuart Barber. Stuart, we should have an entertaining match here. These two teams played earlier this week in the preliminary round.
Yeah, it was a 3-1 win for Dunbarton. Apparently, according to Coach Brian Avey from the Dunbarton squad, the Huron Heights squad, pardon me, he said that they already had their 4 points in round robin play, and he said for me to read between the lines what that meant, and I would figure he was holding some players back and resting them because he knew they were through to the quarterfinals. Well, we are just underway here at Terry Fox Field for the championship game. That ball put up the field by number 11, Jeanette Nikewashwa. You'll have to be watching her. She is all over the field according to Coach George Warren. Ball put into touch. Dunbarton in the white with black shorts. Huron Heights in the maroon with black shorts and white socks. Nice challenge there. Ball put up field, headed away by Dunbarton, back into the Huron Heights end of the field. Taken away there by number 9, Shannon Calhoun. And the long ball. Far wing for Allison Frey. Frey gets a jump on the defender, tries to put it through, and it'll be cleared out of harm's way. Back towards the keeper, and she will keep it in play. Lindsay Crothers. Lindsay Crothers is an interesting story. Their coach tells me that she wears 2 hearing aids and she is legally deaf, but I'm telling you, she's a great keeper. Crothers' kick knocked out of bounds there by number 5, Kara Warrigan, and it will be a throw-in for Huron Heights. Ball played at center field, headed out of the air, controlled, and put into touch by Huron Heights, and it will be throw-in for Dunbarton, number 4, Erica Jaguski. Ball put into touch. Dunbarton ball once again. Warrigan puts it into the middle, headed away, and Huron Heights clears it away. Stacy Russell loses that challenge, and Dunbarton comes away with the ball, passing it wide left side, and the whistle goes. Andrea Mitchell, the player here on the who was just passing up the ball for the free kick, number 9 for Dunbarton. She's a really good go-to player. She's got incredible acceleration, and she knows how to go to the net. Ball cleared through. Jennifer Dillinger with it. Nice move there. She'll get the shot in on goal and almost put it in. That one went right through the hands of the Huron Heights keeper, Sarah Havard. Not only it went through the hands, it stung them too on the way in. That was a cracker, 22 yards, great shot. And that will be a corner kick for Dunbarton as they get the first offensive opportunity of this game early in the first half. You'll see that Dunbarton plays the corner kicks very different than Huron Heights. Brian Avey brings all 10 attacking players into the box and brings all his defenders forward, and this team's playing a little more conservatively. Kick in there, unfortunately went out as Dillinger couldn't get the curl in on it that she wanted, and it will be a goal kick for the Warriors. These players have played 6 games already. There's really no excuse for missing a penalty, but after a corner kick, so after 6 games, I mean, we'll give her the benefit of the doubt there. Ball cleared out, and back to pick it up, Beth Dunn with it. She turns, tries to get it up the field. Nice move there by number 14, Michelle Miller, and she loses the ball to number 12, Jennifer Dillinger. Dillinger tries to put it back. Ball close to the touchline. Nice play there to keep it in by number 2, Sarah Middlebrook. Huron Heights having all kinds of trouble clearing it up the field. Now Dunbarton, that goes off a Huron Heights player like number 14, Michelle Miller, and it will be a throw-in for the Spartans. Long throw there. That one looked to be off Dunbarton player, and it will be a throw-in for Huron Heights. Michelle Miller will take it on the far sideline. Oh, good tackle there. Ball comes loose, and Dunbarton comes away with it. Middlebrook tries to put it through, trying to find Dillinger in the middle. Nice play there to take it away by Chrissy Avey, one of 3 sets of sisters on this Huron Heights team. Cross in there through, and no one there to receive it.
Great cross. Far post coverage was a little weak. The defender's done well here to push up and keep the ball in the half.
Ball goes into touch off number 13, Stacey Russell, so it'll be a throw-in once again for Dunbarton. Kristen Tumsalu putting it down the right sideline. Nice play there to take control. Andrea Mitchell puts the cross through low and taken out by Huron Heights. Working the ball up the middle. Karen Havard makes a long run up the right sideline. She's got some room, looking for that cross in the middle. She'll take the shot, and a nice stop there by Lindsay Crothers.
You can see the players really are enjoying this pitch here at Mooney's Bay. It's been redone. The city's done a great job. You can carry the ball. You don't have to worry about any funny bobbles. I think we'll see a lot of long runs like that through this game.
Huron Heights takes control, trying to put it up through the middle. Taken down there by Jajewski. Nice move there, and bringing it up the field. Nancy Martin, left-hand side, tries to put it into the open space to Stacey Russell. Russell does a good job to keep the ball in, crosses it low, and that right in the middle. A nice play there by number 8, Karen Havard, trying to go through, and the ball will go out and over the end line.
Yeah, both these schools have approximately 1,900 students. They're both AAA schools. That's our schools that have over 750 students. And there's another level AA, which is being played down in Alexandria this weekend. There's an OFFSAA final being played probably as we speak for the smaller schools with those less than 750 students.
And of course, this isn't the only game going on right at the moment. There is the bronze medal game going on the other pitch here at Mooney's Bay.
Yeah, both semifinals this morning were well fought. They both went into extra time, remained tied, and then both teams that won here on the field today won on penalties.
Ball coming through, collected there by Calhoun. She puts it up the middle. Miller now with it for Huron Heights, tries to get the long ball through, taken away by Dunbarton, back the other way. Middlebrook with it, tries to put it out to the left sideline, finds Cassia Devison with it. Devison trying to put it through the middle, blocked there by Huron Heights defender, and she'll put it back up to midfield. Middlebrook, long pass down the wing, and once again Huron Heights tries to clear it away, ball into the middle, and the long ball up through the middle, stopped and cleared back to midfield. Now number 16, Tamara Avey with it, tries to put it up. Number 4, Allison Frey. She gets a step on that defender once again, being challenged by number 8, Aaron Walcom. Nice play by Walcom to get a foot in there, and it will be a corner kick, the first one for Huron Heights, and as you said, we will see Brian Avey's strategy here on a corner.
And we'll see if he pushes them all up. It is the final. No, he's holding 2 players back outside of the area, but this morning in the semis, he had all 10 in the box, and it's definitely up to 9 players now. I think there's a bit of a matchup problem here on the left side. Cassia Devison, number 13 for Dunbarton, seems to be getting beat a little bit. I think that'll be a weakness for them.
Crossing in the middle, nice head onto that one. That one loose in the area. And quickly off her line, Lindsay Crothers takes control of that, and she'll clear it away.
Good solid kick there by Lindsay. And we've got right back into an attack here.
Back the other way, number 12, Jennifer Dillinger tries to get the long pass through. Too far for Carol Warrigan.
Yeah, Jennifer didn't read the run there of the forward. The forward was making a diagonal run, and she played it into the back post area when the forward had already committed to go diagonal. So little visions needed there.
Gajewski with the throw-in, trying to find number 5, Carol Warrigan with it. Gajewski gets to it first, and she does a good job trying to keep it in, goes out off her leg, and it will be a Huron Heights throw-in.
And there's one of our favorite local referees, George Said, a great linesman, and ref the semifinal this morning. He ran in the middle, and now he's directing this throw-in here.
Throw-in by Nancy Martin, off the foot of number 9, Shannon Calhoun, and it will be a Dumbarton throw once again. Kristen Tumsalu to take it. Nice header there into the box, and cleared away once again by Huron Heights. Run on the sideline, trying to get to it first. Aaron Walcom does, and a good job to put it back in the middle. Here's a chance. Shot high over the bar, but a great job by Jennifer Dillinger to control that one and get the shot away.
Dillinger's looking dangerous on that side, and I think that's where there's she's got a matchup against her defender. She looks like she has more pace there, and I think, you'll see her attacking against that right back.
Goal kick for Huron Heights, number 14, Michelle Miller. Controls that one off the bounce, tries to get it up the sideline, finding Allison Frey. She's got good speed down the right side, loses the ball, and back the other way comes Dumbarton. Moving it up, Sarah Middlebrook with it, tries to put it through, does. Dillinger, nice move around one player, and has it taken away. Dumbarton control the ball once again. Number 9 now with it, Mitchell. Loses it, and the ball is cleared. Long outlet pass up the wing to Frey. Frey once again tries to get around Walcom, but Walcom wins that battle.
And Walcom's stopped her a few times there. She just got to watch she doesn't give up the whole sideline, because that winger has the pace to get around her.
Huron Heights throw in. Ball taken away by Dumbarton, and they'll come back the other way. Long pass through, hits an arm, and it will be a free kick. Quickly taken by Dillinger.
Great attacking move here, overlap from the right side.
Gajewski outside, just tried to get the cross back into the middle, weakly through, and will be controlled by Sarah Havard. And she'll use her full area to bring the ball up. Nice head there by Tumsalu. She loses the ball. Huron Heights takes over. Pass through from number 8, Karen Havard. That one will go through, and it'll be a race onto the ball. Here's a chance now. Stacey Russell tries to get to it, and Crothers gets to it first. The Dunbarton keeper alert off the line.
Lindsay's quite consistent with her punch. She's kicking into a headwind right now as the wind's picked up a bit. Nice move there.
Sarah Middlebrook keeping control as she crosses midfield. Around one player, Dillinger now with it. Tries to cut into the middle, ball's taken away. Now working it back up. Nice give and go, Middlebrook gets it back, and she'll have a shot from there.
Oh, well done.
And a beautiful shot, equal to the task, however, Sarah Havard, and she clears it back to midfield.
Middlebrook's a solid player. She took 3 penalties this morning in the semifinal, managed to score 2, and missed one with only a minute to play in extra time.
Nice support. Back to Martin, tries to get through. Has Stacey Russell, shot left-hand side, got under it too much and puts it over the bar.
I think Stacey would like that back. She had quite a bit of time in the box. She looks a little dejected. She should have done a lot more with that. In alone and really no pressure. She'd like that back, there's no doubt.
So it will be a Dumbarton kick. We're about 10 minutes into the opening half. 35-minute halves for this championship game as Crothers sets the goal kick, headed away, and now back the other way into counterattack. Dumbarton, ball through, a little bit too far, and controlled there by number 6, Chrissy Avey. Ball is put out to the left sideline, and it will go into touch. Dumbarton throw. Nice job shielding the ball there by number 9, Andrea Mitchell. Puts it out to the far sideline, controlled by Avey, and she'll put it right back. Bounces off the foot of Tamara Avey, her sister.
That's right, and Dad's coaching. He's a volunteer coach. He works for the Ontario Soccer Association during the day.
Ball through, here's a chance, and a nice volley there by number 5, Kara Warrigan. Up into the middle. And long ball through will be cleared back out to midfield. Trying to get a step. Allison Frey with it, looks to the middle. Finds a player there. Karen Havard loses the ball, and it'll go back up to midfield. Here's a chance now. All alone, number 13, Cassie Devison. Down the far sidelines. Gives it there to Dillinger. Dillinger, nice move, will look to the middle, makes the cross. It's loose and just over the head. Oh, and a beautiful stop there by Havard as number 4, Erica Gajewski, had the open net.
Post to post, what a save. Pat Lacasse, great goalkeeper near me, just loving that.
Ball is through into the middle. Dumbarton takes control. Out to Gajewski. trying to put it in the middle. Nice give and go. Gajewski will get it back. Nice cross through on the left-hand side. Well out. And here's a chance. And they score! Number 12, Jennifer Dillinger, as Sarah Havard couldn't control the cross.
Well, the play on that is Gajewski, the right midfielder there. That's the third crushing run she's made up that side, and that's the best ball she's delivered, and dutifully rewarded for that great cross.
Jennifer Dillinger had some scoring opportunities earlier in this game, but makes no mistake on that one with the empty net in front of her.
Big question here is, are the Huron players doubting themselves after being beat earlier, or will they come back? I have a feeling that they're going to keep going at Dunbarton.
Nice run there by number 8, Karen Havard. She'll get the ball back. Havard, nice challenge there in the middle by number 5, Cara Werrigan. Working to the outside. Huron Heights wins the ball. Back through the middle and up the left-hand side. Devison with it now. Looking to the middle. She'll put it down, trying to find Dillinger. Goes off the arm, and it will be a Huron Heights throw-in.
To me, the outside of midfield for the Dunbarton team has a little more pace, and they seem to be on the right side here and attacking and using that to their advantage.
Ball is put into touch once again. And out over the fence, and they're calling for another ball here.
It's just one of the minor problems here. Pitch is beautiful, but there is this large fence which we seem to neglect to get unlocked, or we keep an OFFSAA banner across it to make it difficult to get out of the park and pick up the extra ball.
Well, the extra ball has been found and will be put into play, and when it is, it will be a Dunbarton throw. Ball kicked back out, kept in, and Dunbarton will control in the Huron Heights half of the field. Taken there by Martin. Martin loses it. Gajewski. Nice back heel there. Loses the ball, however. And now working to the outside. Long pass through from Mitchell. Out of the net once again. And that was another dangerous play. Sarah Havard had to be quick off the line as Dillinger was looking for goal number 2.
There's Gajewski again on the ball. She's been playing quite well.
Gajewski trying to find Dillinger going through, and had she had about one more step, she would have been clear in on the goal. Havard, drop kick to midfield, headed out of the air by Tumsalu, and Gajewski looking to get a step. She does, and she'll cross into the middle. A little bit off balance, and that one will be over the line for a goal kick, and it looks like we may have our first substitutions of the match.
So far, Gajewski there has done a good job on that wing. I think she's got to be a little more patient when she rounds that last back. I'm sure she can get her crosses in better than that. We've seen saw that she set up one goal that way. She's got to be a little more patient. The other player right now who's hiding a little bit is Andrea Mitchell in the center of midfield for Dunbarton. She's capable of opening the game up. I don't know whether she's being well marked or if she's just a little knackered after this being her 6th game in 3 days.
And of course her second game today because the semifinals were played earlier this morning. Controlled in the middle, trying to put the ball through. Werrigan looking to the left-hand side. Dillinger takes it there. She's got some speed and a little bit of room. Cross into the middle and off her line. Nicely played by Sarah Havard. The Huron Heights keeper gets it up to midfield. And quickly onto it, number 14, Michelle Miller, trying to put it up the sidelines for Allison Frey. It'll go into touch, and it will be a Dunbarton throw.
Yeah, Huron Heights is getting spread a lot on this pitch. Their 3 front runners are really high, their midfielders are dropped back, and there's a massive hole here in midfield. And if Dunbarton holds on to the ball when they get it, they'll cause Huron Heights to open up and some angles that they can counterattack on.
Michelle Mitchell with the throw-in for Huron Heights. Cleared away, up to midfield. Controlled, Werrigan trying to get it outside, and she knocks over her player, and it will be a free kick for Huron Heights.
I think bulldoze might be a better term. She went in pretty hard there, got her arm up. Pierre Cantal right there with a quick call. I mean, once the arm comes up, the referee has no choice but to blow it.
Quick turn and a shot in on goal. Not much behind it on the Tamara Avey shot. And Lindsay Crothers has no problem with that one. Dunbarton now with the ball. Taken in the middle, and Gajewski got a little bit too aggressive in there.
Seems to be some confusion here as to the direction of the free kick.
Yes, it looked like Gajewski got a little bit of Raywin Leach's leg on that one.
She seemed to go over the ball a little.
Ball through, nice job as it goes down the sideline. Taking it away, Russell tries to get to it, and the ball will be put into touch by number 11, Jeanette Nikijawashwa. Ball goes over the head, and it will roll almost to the touchline, kept in. Nice job. Gajewski looks up the line, and that one will stay in. And now here's a chance going back the other way. Nice tackle there. Unfortunately, number 6, Chrissy Avey, can't keep it in. Throw in from Warrigan. Tried to find Dillinger in the middle and back the other way. Long ball through the middle. That one will bounce free. Crothers tries to get it out, and a dangerous play by Nikki Shawahwa.
Well, Nikki wouldn't call it dangerous. She'd call it skill in the box. The coach's heart has probably jumped to about his throat, but she's cleared that coolly out of the area.
And it will be a corner kick for Huron Heights.
Brian's still holding players back here. I mean, it's quite surprising. After all his previous games, he was flooding the box with 10 players. Oh, but it is a throw. It's just a throw here. Sorry about that.
And that ball ends up off of the Huron Heights player off the kick from Jeanette Nishikawa, and it will be a goal kick for Dumbarton. 1-0 the score. Dumbarton from Pickering leading Huron Heights from Newmarket here in the OFFSAA Championship game. Moving the ball up the field, Middlebrook loses it there to Frey, and then Dumbarton clears it. Put back by Chrissy Avey. Down the line, tries to find Frey. She'll control it, putting it back. Loses it. A nice move there as Nishikawa kept that ball in, and it just rolled out over the line, and it will be a Huron Heights throw-in. Michelle Miller with the throw, ball back in play. Dillinger tries the long lead pass, trying to find number 5, Cara Warrigan. And a nice job there by Avey to take the ball away.
Yeah, Avey, it's a good sweeping roll. A player who's heading out to Trinity Western next year to play basketball out there, and soccer is her second sport, according to her dad.
Ball taken away by Dumbarton, back up into the middle, and once again they come away with it. Trying to put the ball through. Nice play by Avey to head that ball down as they were trying to find Warrigan through the middle. Ball is put out to the sideline. Trying to turn it around up the field. Nice pass there. And now Tamara Avey gets to it, trying to put it in the middle. That one goes through, and here's a chance. Karen Havard battling there with Sarah Middlebrook. Middlebrook wins that battle. Back in by Huron Heights. And they will put it back up to midfield. Dumbarton away with the ball. Far sideline. Dillinger overruns it, gets back to control it. Nice move there as she's looking into the middle. Little bit too far as Avey takes the ball away, puts it back up to midfield. But once again, Dumbarton with good pressure through the midfield puts it back down. And it will be a Dumbarton Spartan throw-in.
Yeah, Chrissy Avey has a little more time than she thinks. She can maybe get her head up, and she should launch those balls a little higher and put Dumbarton under a little more pressure. She tends to be pounding them, and they're being turned back against her very quickly.
Throw in there, kicked out by Huron Heights, and it looks like it will be a Dumbarton corner kick. as once again we run into the same problem with the ball going out over the fence, so they're going to have to look for another one.
Yeah, corner kicks are so important. There's about 40% of goals followed or scored directly from or followed up from set plays. So anytime you get a corner kick, you know, you've got to get good matchups, get your tall players in the box, make sure you got pressure at both the near post and the far post to seal off any areas so that you increase your chances of scoring at any opportunity that you get.
Dunbarton sets up for the corner from the far corner spot. That one into the middle, headed through, and quickly off her line. Havard controls it. Back up to midfield. Dunbarton wins the wall. Nishikawa up the far sidelines trying to find Erica Gajewski.
I'd like to see Havard just hold on to the ball for, you know, a couple of seconds. I know FIFA has some new rules, but a couple of seconds and let some of her Huron Heights players get up the field so they can win the ball and sustain pressure.
And a little bit of a rough challenge there, and we have a player down, number 9, Andrea Mitchell, as she got kicked in the back of the calf by her opposite number, Shannon Calhoun.
She seems to be in a bit of discomfort. I mean, those legs have run a few marathons this weekend, and like I say, she does have tremendous pace, and it would be a shame to see her come out of the game at this point in time because I don't think we've seen her best soccer yet from her. There is one difference between these two schools. Dunbarton's school is a totally senior team, all the players being in grade 11, 12 or OAC, whereas the Huron Heights team is actually a varsity squad. There are a few grade 10 players, and there's a little more of a cross-section of ages from the school, and there is no junior program at Huron Heights.
As we see the injured player, number 9, Andrea Mitchell, being attended to. It looks like the leg is just seized up on her.
I don't know if she might have caught a knee in the quad or something. Wendy Gilchrist here, the assistant coach with Brian Avey, tending to her. I don't think they're going to rush her back into action. I mean, with unlimited substitutions, we'd be wise to get her off the field and get someone fresh on.
1-0 the score. Dunbarton leading Huron Heights. And both these teams had some exciting games in the semifinals, and we'll hear a little bit about the excitement in that game from Dunbarton High School head coach George Warren. I'm here with George Warren, the head coach of the Dunbarton Spartans from Pickering, Ontario. George, when you started this season, did you ever think the girls would be one win away from a provincial title?
No. Actually, I think we hoped that we would make it to OFFSAA. We haven't been to OFFSAA before with this team, but our goal was to make it to OFFSAA, and then if we got here, to medal. But this is really, really excellent.
Tell me a little bit about how things have gone so far in the tournament through the preliminary round and then through a very exciting semifinal game today.
We had 3 very tough games. We beat St. Peter's, and then we beat Earl Haig, and then we beat actually the team we're playing right now, Huron Heights. We had a very tough quarterfinal game against Catholic Central from Windsor, and then we came up against a really tough team from St. Mary's, and we were lucky enough to come through.
Tell me a little bit about the players on this team to watch. Who are we looking for to provide the offense, and who are we looking back in the fullback positions to stop things?
Our prime stopper is Jeanette Nishikawa. She plays sweeper for us, and she's exceptional. Up front is Jennifer Dillinger, number 12. She's an excellent forward. The heart of our team is Sarah Middlebrook and Andrea Mitchell, number 9. They play in midfield and control the game for us.
Great. Thank you very much, George, and best of luck the rest of the game.
Thank you very much.
Dunbarton ball on the throw-in. And a nice play there, putting the ball through. Oregon trying to find Gajewski in the middle. Derringer, long run through, and it'll be taken away by Avey.
Jennifer Derringer, she's apparently signed a letter of intent to go to Virginia Tech next year, and she has got some moves.
Ball through and running onto it. Nice play there by Middlebrook. Middlebrook gets around her defender, looking to the middle. Will get the shot away. And that one low, and it looked like it might have hit the leg of the keeper, Sarah Havard, and we might be looking at a corner kick here.
Yeah, from my angle, it looked like that was going to go out of bounds, and the keeper probably should have just let it hit the side of the net rather than give up a corner. The player used her left foot, so it was actually curling away from the net, and it wasn't creating a lot of problem. Another in-swinging corner here.
Into the middle, quickly off her line, and Havard controls that before it rolls out of the 18-yard box. Nice kick there by number 12, Jennifer Dillinger, who's got the only goal so far in this game.
Yeah, it was a great corner. She hit that with good pace, and the keeper read it really well.
Gajewski tries to get it up, goes off a Huron Heights player. This time cleared down the line. Trying to keep it in was number 7, Melissa Koteski, who is now into the game for the injured Andrea Mitchell. Nice job trying to keep the ball in. Nancy Martin has it go off her leg and out. Throw in by Warrigan into the middle. Dillinger has it go off her leg, and now back the other way. Martin tries to put it up. It goes off the Dunbarton player into touch, and it will be a Huron Heights throw-in. Trying to control it out of the air. Turning with it is Karen Havard. Havard back into the middle. And nicely onto it there, Erin Walcom. Into the middle. Ball over the head. Now it's a foot race. Leach with it. She'll try to spin away. Ball still in, and it will be a quick throw-in now for Koteski. Headed on by Dillinger. Now back out into the midfield area. Off a leg, and that ball will come free. Warrigan with it, trying to put it to the left side. She's got a player open. Middlebrook with it, gets a low shot through. And Havard had no problem with that one.
Great ball out of midfield, diagonal ball, just killed the back line there with a good cross.
Trying to work it around. Warrigan trying to find Middlebrook. Off a leg and cleared up the field. And once again, 4 Dunbarton defenders. Nishikawa up the far sideline. That will roll into touch, and it will be a Huron Heights throw-in.
Nishikawa keeps the game very simple at the back. Just get it out of trouble and get it out to those wings where you've got a little more speed than the opposition.
Trying to work it around. Nice move there by Walcom. Trying to get the ball away. Gajewski looking up the left side of the field. No one there for her. And Avery quickly in on it. Ball will come free. Dillinger tries to make the move around Tamara Avey, and it'll go into touch for a Dunbarton throw.
Yeah, Dunbarton has a little better team shape. Across the field, they seem to have people in all areas of the field, and they seem to be able to move the ball around a little better, and they're not giving up possession nearly as much as Huron Heights.
Trying to work it around. Avey puts it back out. Nice head there by Warrigan, goes over, and here's a chance now for Huron Heights. Nishikawa heads the ball away, will be controlled by Stacy Russell. Russell tries to put it back in the middle, finds Havard out to the far sideline. Dempsey now in the right forward position, battling there with number 8, Erin Walcom. Nice play there, and she may get a chance to put it in the middle. She does. Taken away there very quickly by Marlene Moon.
See the difference there. When Dunbarton moves the ball, it's very quick. They seem to be looking for players and running at angles, and Huron Heights is struggling a bit. They seem to battle for every pass they give up, and they try to give to their teammates. It's just a battle and then another battle, and this is why they're losing possession of the ball so much.
Middlebrook trying to put it up the side. That one will go off Tara Leach as she tried to kick it back in, but she'll get the throw as it went off the Dunbarton player. Leach now with it. Nice head through the middle and cleared away very quickly by Munn. Gajewski, long pass. Actually, that would be number 7. Koteski gets it back to Dillinger. They could do a lot of damage. Here's a chance in on goal, and offside will be called on the play. Good give and go, going 2 against 3.
That was beautiful. I mean, a good long ball by number 12 to open the play up, and then she quickly followed after giving up her pass to get into a good attacking position. That's a great link up.
Ball right at center field. Middlebrook heads it down, and she'll take control. Trying to find Dillinger. Nice ball through. But Avey gets to it first, and she'll put it back up to the far sideline.
Yes, Avey's been a busy girl at the back there.
Ball up, Dillinger now with it. Jockeying for position is number 10, Beth Dunn. Ball through into the middle. Here's a chance. Gajewski gets the shot. That one's loose, and they score. Number 7, Melissa Koteski, right in front, and it's 2-0 now for Dunbarton.
Melissa, the substitute who just stepped in for the injured player, has picked up a goal. She's got to be pretty happy with that as a starting play.
Great positioning right in front, and no one there to mark her, and it ends up costing Huron Heights yet again.
Well, the critical move was out on the wing. Okay, the skilled player who's going to Virginia Tech next year, a couple of good little turns. She was able to look up and get a good cross in. I mean, that's great skill on the outside of the field there.
Huron Heights working to the outside. Martin with it. Through the middle. Nishikawa clears it away, and it will go into touch for a Huron Heights throw-in.
Huron's got to pick up the pace of the game here, or they can just head home, but let's hope they have it in them to pull out a really good afternoon here.
Stacey Russell puts the ball into the middle, collected very easily by Crothers, and she'll have another drop kick to the near sideline. Koteski almost gets to it once again. It will go into touch, and it will be a throw-in for Dunbarton. Into the middle. Nice run onto the ball by Derringer. Derringer makes the move.
Putting on a clinic.
And trying to put it down just offside by a step, however, was Koteski.
Derringer is just my man of the match so far. She's opening the play up anywhere she wants, and she's just attacking at will, whether it be on the wing or whether it be from central positions.
She has one of the 2 goals as Dunbarton leads Huron Heights 2-0 here as we move into the later stages of this first half. And when I meant later stages, that would be it. The first half now comes to an end. Dunbarton Spartans from Pickering 2. The Huron Heights Warriors from Newmarket, no score. Stay with us. We will have second half action coming up very soon. And a very, very good first half for Dunbarton, at least. Huron Heights never seemed to get it going through the first 35 minutes.
No, they are very disjointed. They're not playing very smoothly. Everything is a one-on-one battle, and unfortunately, they're on the losing end of most of those one-on-one battles. I think one thing you might see Dunbarton do is Dillinger, who's been playing a whale of a game. You might see her. She's already dropped to midfield late in the half, and I wouldn't be surprised if you see her show up at sweeper.
Well, stay with us. As we said, second half action coming up next. You're watching the 1997 Girls OFFSAA Soccer Finals on Rogers Community 22.
Meals for the production crew were provided by Pizza Pizza, 737-1111. Pizza Pizza, a proud sponsor of community television.
Welcome back to Terry Fox Field. The second half just set to get underway between Dunbarton from Pickering and Huron Heights from Newmarket. Dunbarton with a 2-0 lead here in this OFFSAA championship game. I'm Sean Casey along with Stuart Barber. Glad you could join us here on Rogers Community 22.
Little uphill battle here for Huron Heights. They've got a deficit, and they're playing into the wind a little bit.
Ball through into the middle. That one ends up going off the arm of number 9, Andrea Mitchell, who is back in the game after being injured late in the first half. Chrissy Avey puts the ball up. Gajewski up through the middle. Now spinning away. Jen Hines with it. She's fresh legs here in the second half. Ball up the wing. And cleared right back into the middle.
Yeah, cleared by Dillinger, as predicted, from the attack to the midfield, and now going to shore up the Dunbarton back 4 by playing sweeper.
Koteski, nice move, looks into the middle, crosses it through, no one there, and off her line, Sarah Havard onto it.
The Dunbarton coach seems to make some strategical maneuvers between his starting 11 players to strengthen the field wherever they're having problems. He just moves the top guns around a little bit and shores up the game at different times, at different places.
Nancy Martin looking up the middle. Nice play there. Kateski looking up the far sideline, looking for number 10, Kristen Tumsalu. And that one will go into touch, and it'll be a throw-in for Huron Heights. Nancy Martin to take it. Martin, nice long throw, and she'll find Colquhoun coming down the far side of the field. Controlled by Middlebrook. She'll spin away from her coverage. And a nice move there, keeping the ball in. Number 10, Tumsalu crosses it into the middle. And Hines quickly away as she was being covered by Kateski, one of the goal scorers for Dunbarton. Nice move there as Hines brings it up the field. Pass up to Leach. She loses it to Middlebrook. And now back into the middle. Taken down. Working it up. Leach battling there on the sideline. She loses the ball to number 8, Erin Walcom, as it goes back into the middle. Here's a chance now for Huron Heights, trying to play it through. And once again, number 12, Jennifer Dillinger, back to clear it out of harm's way. Coming up the near sideline, Kara Warrigan battling with Hines. She'll get the ball, and here's a chance in the middle, cross through, and that clearance by number 18, Raywin Leach, goes over the end line, and it will be a corner kick.
It was a bit of a scary clearance there. It didn't miss by much. It's a shame she was a defender and not an attacker.
And Dunbarton, of course, taking their time here on this corner kick. They're up by 2 goals.
Yeah, they're taking their time. They're leaving 4 players back around center. They're not going to take any risks. Sometimes 2-0 is the most dangerous lead to have in a game, because at 1-0 you're going to work your butt off. Sometimes when things get a little too far ahead of you, you have to relax a little bit.
Gajewski to take the corner, a beautiful spiraling corner, that one through, and a nice play by Hines to take that one off the line as a weak header looked destined for that far post. Nice run here up the field, trying to put the ball through. Russell on the sidelines finds Frey. Frey being marked very carefully, and it will be kicked out over the line by number 8, Erin Walcom, and it will be a corner kick now for Huron Heights, and I think now we'll see a lot of the players moving up into the middle for the Newmarket team.
And Newmarket, good counterattack there. Chrissy Avies coming up into the box, the sweeper. She's going to go into the back post player as an off-duty basketball player, and a girl who looks like she's touching near 6 feet. You need her in the penalty area.
Getting set to take the kick, Nancy Martin, nice one into the middle, and a glancing header off Chrissy Avies' head will be kept in by Huron Heights. Battling for the ball, taken away by Nishikawa, and now Huron Heights might be in some trouble as coming away with it. Dunbarton, the long ball through, no one there to collect it, and Sarah Havard will come off her line.
Yeah, minor risk. You know, you put your sweeper up, you're down a couple of goals. I mean, you got to take some chances and try to generate some offense.
Nice ball, one in the air there by number 10, Kristen Tumsalu. Huron Heights getting it, looking through the middle. Middlebrook trying to come away with it. Huron Heights with the ball. Nice moves there by Karen Havard as she puts it back. Avey looking left side and out of the air. Middlebrook now will try to control things. Nice ball into the corner, trying to find Andrea Mitchell. Mitchell one-on-one with Avey, and Avey will come away with the ball once again.
I'm going to guess that Andrea Mitchell's still hurt from the first half. I mean, she showed tremendous pace earlier today, and she looks like she's struggling this game.
Stacy Russell looking for the cross in the middle. She may find a player. That one comes loose, and Dunbarton defenders quick to clear it. Leach trying to keep the ball in. Battling there one-on-one with number 5, Kara Warrigan, and it will be a throw-in for Huron Heights. Dillinger clearing the ball up the sideline. Great job to keep it in. Kateski putting it back and cleared up by Warrigan once again, trying to find the free player, Mitchell, on the right side. She'll battle with Leach, and she goes down once again. No call. Long shot through, scores, number 10, Kriskin Kumsalu.
That one came out of nowhere, just out of nowhere. I wouldn't have even expected that in a year.
A beautiful, long, curling shot that I think she was just trying to cross into the middle, fooled Sarah Havard, and it's 3-0 now for Dunbarton.
We do have a strong wind blowing right to left. That ball did get caught up, and I feel sorry for the keeper, but sometimes those things happen.
Well, now it looks like it's going to have to be Huron Heights that will throw caution to the wind, down 3 goals. And as you mentioned, into a strong headwind in this second half.
Yeah, Brian Avey switched. He's got 4 forwards. He's just playing 3 at the back. Chrissy's in the middle with the left and right back. There's no stopper. And we have 4 Dunbarton forwards now up at the top, and we'll just see if they can create some offense here.
Working the ball up into the middle. Middlebrook wins that one. Leach now in quickly to take it. Tries to get it back to the middle. Finding Russell. Nice ball. Cleared away by Walcom. Trying to spin away.
On the whole, the Dunbarton team is a little more athletic. They've got a little more pace. It's a big field. It's 120 by 80. I mean, their strength and size is having advantages in all quarters of the field.
Nice long ball through. And trying to get to it is Mitchell. Mitchell showing no ill effects as she puts it back to Tumsalo through. And she didn't get everything she wanted onto that shot as she was looking for her second goal in about the last 3 minutes.
Well, that run by Mitchell is what I saw this morning in the semifinals, just pace and outrunning players and driving deep into the box, and it was a good cross. She played that ball nicely.
Ball controlled, put back by Dunbarton over the head of number 16, Tamara Avey. And quickly onto it, Huron Heights controls the ball. Deflected ball through. 2 Dunbarton forwards causing all kinds of problems up front.
You know, Dunbarton's just playing 4-4-2. They have 2 players up, and all they're going to do is just pressure the back 4 just when they can. They're not taking any risks behind the ball.
Nice play by Tumsalo to put the ball into touch, and it will be Huron Heights throw-in. Here about midway through the second half of play. And the score 3-0 for Dunbarton over Huron Heights. Ball is put through the middle. Controlled by Dillinger. She'll put it back up the middle, and now Middlebrook battling along the sidelines with Michelle Miller. Switching things up now, working the left side. Kateski with it. She'll battle with number 3, Yen Hines. Now Middlebrook, nice run down the far sidelines. She'll try to make the move around Avey, and that ball will go out over the end line, and it will be a goal kick.
Dunbarton also looks the fitter team. Talking to their coach, George Warren, he told me that they did play year-round. They played indoor. They played in a futsal tournament in Toronto, where they happened to come up to against a visiting girls team from Australia. They won that game. They've gone 13-0 in the regular season. They've got a lot of fitness on the field, and they're not backing down with a 3-0 lead. They're still attacking.
And as you said, Andrea Mitchell back out. It looks like the injury has caught up again with her because she was holding her right leg when she came off. Into the game now, number 16, Sheila Kieber.
And Mitchell's limped all the way to the bench, and she's first thing she reached for over there was a big ice bag.
Back the other way, Stacy Russell overruns the ball. Now Dillinger back to the defense position. She'll put the ball smartly through the middle, but taken down by the Huron Heights player. Nice header right at center field.
Yeah, Avey won that free ball. I mean, she should have advanced it before she gave it up. Otherwise, this is just going to turn into a big tennis game from end to end.
Back the other way, Leach looking through the middle, trying to find one of the 3 forwards that Huron Heights has pushed up the field. Middlebrook now with it. Nice move to get around her player, and she'll just take a look at the field and see where she can place this ball.
She's not prepared to lose possession until the last possible second.
And now here's a chance the other way. Warrigan on the left-hand side. Nice play by Hines to come away with the ball. She'll try to get control. It goes off a leg, and it will be a corner kick as it went off the leg of Jan Hines.
Jan Hines is just trying to do a little bit too much back there with her team being down 3 goals, and she could have just pushed that out the sideline and wouldn't have to give up such a a dangerous corner here.
In to take it, number 4, Erica Gajewski. And that one far post. Nice header there by number 7, Melissa Kotetsky. And it was almost a 4-0 game.
Yeah, Melissa there could have been further out so that she was attacking the ball. She was very stationary when that came over. I would have liked to have seen her out about 5 or 10 yards and driving at it, and I think she would have had herself a goal.
Ball comes in. Nishikawa putting it out into touch, and it will be Huron Heights ball, as Dunbarton very content with a 3-goal lead to just waste as much time as possible. Huron Heights with it now, far sideline, moving up. Michelle Miller, controlled and put away by Tumsalu. Huron Heights having a hard time controlling it up in the front as Dunbarton clears it away. Now taken, Tamara Avey tries to go through the middle and quickly onto it. Dillinger won't let that ball through. Nice move by Middlebrook. Middlebrook looking to the far sideline, taken away by Raywin Leach. Tumsalu trying to control it, and now here's a chance for Huron Heights as they move up the field.
Yeah, Dunbarton has good pressure on the ball. Anytime a Huron Heights player gets it, they have to beat someone in order to make a pass, whereas Huron Heights is just standing back a bit, and Dunbarton is able to pick their passes and work their way up the field much easier.
Dillinger puts the long ball up to Kieber, but Avey quickly away with it. Avey right into the middle, but there's no one there with the same color shirt on. Quickly onto it, trying to find Warrigan. Huron Heights now away with it. And here's a chance for a run up the near sideline. Allison Frey with it will put it into the middle. And that ball just wasn't onto the foot of Karen Havard. Otherwise, she would have had a great scoring opportunity.
But that's a promising counterattack by Huron Heights. They've built up 3 passes, were able to get the ball deep, but to no avail.
A little bit of a miscommunication in the backfield. Gajewski trying to find Kotetsky through the middle, and off her line will come Havard to collect that ball. Quick bounce, coming away with it. Now another chance at the run here. Dillinger loses the challenge here and into the middle. Here's the chance. Working in, gets the shot through and scores. Number 8, Karen Havard puts Huron Heights on the board.
That's a great goal. Karen Havard plays for the Richmond Hill U16 team last year. They were in the Nationals. They represented Ontario, and that's maybe make a game out of this yet, Sean.
3-1, which was the same score as these two teams finished in the round robin portion of this tournament.
It's a question now of composure. You know, will this upset Dunbarton? You know, if it does, maybe Huron has a crack at it, but if not, I think Dunbarton can start engraving their name on the Provincial Cup here.
Dunbarton with the ball, Middlebrook being pressured once again. She'll just put it back, right-hand side to Nishikawa. Long pass down the wing will be put off of the Dunbarton player, and it will be a throw-in for Huron Heights. A nice play by Raywin Leach. Trying to put the ball into the middle. Taken now by Tamara Avey. Tries to put it up, and it will be a free kick for Huron Heights as they're trying to work to the right side of the field. They seem to be having some good success. And quickly up to take it will be Chrissy Avey. She's got a strong kick, and she'll be looking to put it through the middle. Nice ball to head it away. Off her line comes Crothers. She hasn't been tested often in this game, but she's been very quick to corral those loose balls in the 18-yard box.
Yeah, she's quick off her line and has a great punt, as we just see right there. That's 70 yards of real estate.
Putting the ball up the line, trying to find Tumsala. She's got some room, and she'll cross it into the middle. A little bit more of a shot, and that one will be put out over the end line, and a goal kick coming up for Huron Heights.
With a 3-1 scoreline, the Dunbarton winger should just head to the touchline and hold it, wait for support. We don't have to do anything. We don't have to run too fast. We're up 3-1, but they're causing themselves a little extra turnover here. The ball gets to come back at them, whereas if she just held it, maybe something better would have come of it.
Chrissy Avey to take the goal kick. Puts it into the middle. Nice play by Gajewski to knock it down. Working it around. Keeper now with it. She's trying to get some room, and Avey comes away with it for Huron Heights. Ball goes off a leg, and it will be a Dunbarton throw. Number 10, Kristen Tumsalu, who has one of the Dunbarton goals, will take it.
Allison Frey's a good little player for Dunbarton. She doesn't seem to be getting the ball enough. She's the right forward, and she's created a little bit of offense on this right side, and she just seems to be has floated out of the game, and yet no one seems to be able to pick balls out and get them onto her.
That one goes off a Huron Heights player, and Tumsalu once again with the throw-in. Nice play to move it up, and we might have another counterattack once again. This time Stacy Russell working up the far sideline, and Dillinger loses a challenge there, trying to put it into the middle. She had a lot more time than she thought and couldn't get a good cross through into the middle.
Dunbarton slowly getting back into a rhythm of play. Here's Frey, looks like it shields the ball nicely.
And that ball will be put just into touch, and now quickly up Tara Leach for your Huron Heights to put it in play. And it looks like we have an injured player, number 13, Stacy Russell, as she comes off, and we'll have a substitution. Leach with the throw-in. Headed away by number 2, Sarah Middlebrook, and it will be a Huron Heights throw-in once again. Into the middle. Dillinger clearing it away. Tumsalu quickly onto it. And now controlling it, working it around. Gajewski up in the middle. Avey with 2 players on her, puts it off nicely to the far sideline.
It's good composure. It's a shame they couldn't link up a little bit better there, but they've still managed to advance the ball.
Putting the ball back. Dillinger onto it, and in an offside position was number 7, Melissa Kateski.
Yeah, the front runners have to be aware when Dillinger has the ball. I mean, she's got such a strong kick. She can open the play up from the back, and in one move she can get 60 yards easily on those kicks and open the play up. So they got to stay on side.
Working it around, Walcom back into the middle. Nice run onto the ball by number 18, Raywin Leach, in the backfield for Huron Heights. Now here's a chance, trying to work the ball through Warrigan. Still with it, will work to the near sideline. Nice move there. She's working back into the middle, tries to put the ball through, off the crossbar. Rebound there, and that one goes in. A beautiful goal for Dunbarton.
Pick that one out. That was a scorcher. The crossbar's still rocking.
As we'll try to see who ended up scoring that one. Looks like number 10 with her second, Kristen Tumsalu.
Kristen's the player I was just lambasting for not holding the ball deep, but she's made up for that with a ripping shot. Just ripping.
Dunbarton 4, Huron Heights 1. With not much time left to play in this championship game, Dunbarton has things in control.
Dunbarton ranked 16th coming into this by OFFSAA. Little questionable ranking. I mean, they rank teams based on how their region did the previous year. You can never tell. It's never the same team that comes back. And Dunbarton is just cracking.
And of course, Huron Heights comes in with, I do believe, the number 5 ranking.
Yeah, and I think 1 and 2 are playing off in the bronze medal match, so that tells you something.
Well, full marks so far to Dunbarton as they're putting on quite a show in this championship game.
They've looked the better team all day. They've looked the better team in warm-up. They were here a good 20-25 minutes ahead of Dunbarton doing their running and their stretching. They've come to win, and that's the first thing that was on their mind and the only thing.
Ball put back. And Huron Heights back into the middle. Nishikawa won that ball. And it'll go into the middle. Finally, Middlebrook will put it back. Dillinger trying to find a player through. And Avery, last line of defense, puts it right back up through the middle.
So far, my two players of the game have been Dillinger and Avey. I mean, for each team right now, both playing sweeper. They've both been very, very consistent.
Working the ball around. Nice job to keep it in to play by Walcom. She'll try to head it back. And she got pushed from behind as she tried that header, and it will be a Dunbarton ball.
Yeah, I think Angela Frey there, Allison Frey, pardon me, is a little desperate, a little shove in the back there, but it was picked up nicely by Pierre Cantel. The referee in the middle has been doing a fine game. You can always tell when a ref does a great game. You don't even notice them, and that's definitely the case today.
We will have a couple of substitutions here on this free kick as Huron Heights attempts to get a couple more fresh legs out, but they have quite a daunting task with not much time left, trying to get 3 goals. Ball up through the middle. That one goes through, but once again, Dillinger back to collect it. Will go far sideline, headed out of the air by Martin.
Collect it, hammer it might be a little better description.
Ball up through the middle. Nishikawa will run onto it, and it will go into touch for a Dunbarton throw.
And Nishikawa is one of those quiet players. Played a fine first half at sweeper, and now she's moved over to right back. Makes no errors, consistent. You don't notice them, but they're the players that make you have a winning team.
Crothers with a long kick past midfield. And Dunbarton still on the attack. Not content with a 3-goal lead, trying to add some more. Working it around, that one went off a hand, and it will be a Huron Heights free kick. Avey doesn't get much on that one, and this could be costly, trying to work the ball around. Keeper tries to put it up and through. Now controlled by Russell, trying to find number 8, Karen Havard, who has the only Huron Heights goal in the middle. Nice job to keep it in by Tumsala, who has 2 for Dunbarton. Working down the line, Andrea Mitchell back into the game. And now Middlebrook trying to go through the middle, gets a shot away, goes off Avey's leg. And here's a chance, long ball through by number 8, Erin Walcom, as she tried her luck on goal, but well out, and no problem for the keeper on that one.
No problem at all. It was well wide. Every coach and player I've talked to that were involved in this tournament so far have said it's been exemplary. The Pat Lacasse, the organizer here, the chairman, has done a fantastic job. Apparently the officiating's been good. The pitches have all been in good shape, and definitely the city of Ottawa should be complimented on how good Mooney's Bay North, or Terry Fox North Field, looks today. Hopefully they'll keep watering it, and we'll have a great soccer season here all summer.
More substitutions, this time for Dunbarton, as they get some fresh legs out themselves for the final couple of minutes of this game.
Yeah, Chrissy Avey took that quick before the Dunbarton player was even in the field, which is pretty smart. Good heads-up play for the sweeper.
Ball down the line, nice run onto it by Mitchell. Mitchell trying to get around, puts the ball through, and that one knocked down by Havard. She'll take control and kick the ball away. Working it around, Russell tries to put it back. Good support from Nancy Martin. Nishikawa putting it back to Dillinger, as she'll be content to just clear it back up to midfield. Down the line.
Dillinger can clear equally well with the left or the right foot. She's a very versatile player, and definitely someone worth an athletic scholarship in the States.
Tumsalu through the middle. Keeper trying to find winger on the far sideline. Huron Heights now away with it. Nice play back to Nancy Martin. Martin looking up the field. Huron Heights having a hard time putting any pressure on this afternoon. Ball in the middle. Nishikawa heads that one away, and it will be controlled. Putting the ball back through Mitchell. Avey now with it for Huron Heights. Avey gets a little bit of room and tries to put it up the sideline. Goes off of Mitchell. Mitchell will have a chance to try to clear it through. Avey using the arm, and it will be a free kick coming up for Dumbarton. And surprise, surprise, coming up to take it, Jennifer Dillinger, as it'll be on the edge of the penalty area.
Yeah, the attacking player there is on the outside. She's trying to make up for the time that she's been missing. Andrea Mitchell, she's getting herself forward as much as she can, and she'll probably try to show for this free kick that Dillinger's probably going to swing into the near post as her teammate and compatriot high jumper there.
That ball through and didn't miss by much. Didn't matter though. Unfortunately, offside was called. But just amazing, as you mentioned, Stuart, how she's able to switch feet and go with the left one on that one to swing that one for the far post.
Yeah, unfortunately, got caught a little offside. Richie Sutton, another great linesman here from the Ottawa Carleton Soccer League, right on the money there with a good offside call.
Short kick. Dumbarton comes away with the ball. Now trying to work it around. Walcom with it for Dumbarton. Looking up the left sideline. Nice pass. Leach will control it for Huron Heights and puts it off the Dumbarton player into touch.
It's been a good tournament. It's attracted a few local university coaches. Dave McDowell was up here from Queens, as well as Steve Johnson having a look, scouting, chatting to players. They're definitely both looking to strengthen their programs. Ottawa U last year national champions, using 15 of their 17 players were all local players. They're looking to repeat, and Queens will be looking to defeat them and get out of the province.
Ball through the middle, taken by Dumbarton. And a long shot through Gajewski, because there's a big rebound. Havard had to go off her legs, not controlled well.
A little poor decision there on the goalkeeper's behalf.
Ball will come into the middle. Nice turn there by Russell, and she'll come away with it.
Good pace.
Trying to work the counterattack. She's going to have to try to get around Dillinger, and doesn't. Dillinger, all kinds of time, as she'll just wait for the opportunity she wants, and almost found Mitchell going right through the middle.
And they look to each other, don't they? Those two like to link up, whether they're both in the midfield together or whether it's from sweeper to striker. It's they're looking for each other all game.
Trying to head the ball away. Nice job to keep it in bounds by Martin. Tried for the long pass up the far sideline. No one was there. Working the ball around. Mitchell with it. Gets the pass back from Gajewski. Mitchell trying to cross it through. And quickly off her line to kick it away was Havard, the keeper for Huron Heights.
And Dillinger's now, she's been involved in a lot. She's made a few attacking runs. She's just standing back at the sweeper spot. Very relaxed right now. I think she's just probably going to play the game out just by sitting back. I don't think you'll see her attack much more. She looks a little exhausted.
Trying to get the ball back into the middle. Mitchell passes it back to Msalo. She loses the ball on a long clearing ball taken by Nishikawa. Back up the middle to Msala. Far sideline. And Dillinger makes a little run to put it through. That could be a dangerous ball off a leg. Net is empty. And just missing it was number 14, Denise Labar, into the game as a substitute. A little miscommunication by Huron Heights ended up almost costing them.
Yeah, Denise could have put that in any day, but not today. And maybe it's a little better. Maybe it'll keep the game a little more interesting.
4-1 our score. Dumbarton leading Huron Heights.
Yeah, Dunbarton's been worth every goal, and the score does reflect how much they've dominated.
Ball headed out of the air. Avey gets it right back to midfield. Walcom up with the header. And now Middlebrook trying to head it down to keep control. Trying to go to the far sideline. Putting it into touch. Nice attempt there by Allison Frey to work up the near sideline. Will be a Dunbarton throw. Middlebrook putting it back. Dillinger now will put it through. And a nice play by Avey to head that one out of danger.
Very good play by Avey. She didn't take her eye off the ball, wasn't worried about where the striker was, just figured her first option was to get rid of the ball that was coming through.
Labar trying to go through. She ends up tripping up Chrissy Avey, And Avey will take the free kick for Huron Heights. Leach now with the ball. Leach ends up putting it off of the foot of Sarah Middlebrook.
Middlebrook tracked that down nicely. There was no way Dunbarton player was going to be able to turn. She was right up her shorts and didn't give her anywhere to go.
Ball headed away. And it will be a throw-in once again for Huron Heights. Trying to head the ball away. And putting it into touch was number 16, Tamara Avey. And it will be a Dunbarton throw once again. Long throw up the field from Dillinger. And trying to work it back. Ball goes out, and it will be Huron Heights throw once again. Chrissy Avey up to take it. She gets a long throw in and nicely headed away as Middlebrook was coming through. Long through, and Dillinger back to corral that one. Jaguski loses it to Leach. Leach, nice long ball through to Frey. She'll battle with Dillinger, and Frey ends up putting that one into touch, and it will be a corner kick for Huron Heights.
And Frey's put some good pressure there on the sweeper and forced a corner kick. She's been playing well on that side. It's just a shame she doesn't have more sniffs of the ball because she's been pretty quiet. The only odd time she gets it, she does create something good. Big Chrissy's up again for this corner, so we'll see if Dunbarton can counter on this and tighten the scoreline up.
Martin with the kick in. Nicely punched away by Crothers as Chrissy Avey was right there trying to head it in. And now the counterattack back the other way, 2-on-2. Kieber with it. Tried to put a long pass through, and no one there to collect that except for the Huron Heights netminder. Back the other way, Leach puts the ball up to midfield. Nishikawa back to Dillinger. Will put it down, chested down by Avey. Avey looking to the far sidelines to Martin. Martin putting it up, trying to spot Stacy Russell, and Nishikawa will put it into touch. 4-1 Dunbarton leads Huron Heights here in this OFFSAA championship game at Terry Fox Field. Ball goes into touch far side, and it will be Dillinger once again to throw it in. Looked like she was going to throw to the keeper on that one, but Crothers was well covered. And
with the new rule changes that FIFA's instituted, you cannot throw back to your keeper, or you can, but the keeper cannot handle it. So perhaps there was a little cross up there. I'm not sure which rule they've been playing. Some high schools were letting their high school season finish with the old rules and not using the new ones until the following season. I don't know if there's a bit
I think in this case they are using the old rules because one of the previous throw-ins, it was thrown back to the keeper and she did handle it.
Okay, Sean, thanks for clearing that up. I wasn't sure. I hadn't been paying that much attention.
Ball goes out over the fence, and it will be a throw-in once again for Dunbarton.
I guess the reasoning there is they started the season with the old rules and they're going to finish them with the old rules as well.
And they collect up the spare ball from the sideline.
Pat Lacasse, the tournament convener, has just told me that they're using the old rules, and this is the fact that they will play out this OFFSAA. Next OFFSAA season will start from the beginning with the local high schools playing the new FIFA rules, which have changed a number of things that'll all designed to speed the game up and create more scoring.
Moving the ball around. Putting it back is Russell. Tried to find Mitchell. That one taken now by Andrea Mitchell. Laid off Middlebrook, left-hand side. She's going to find Kieber. And Avery takes it away, and that's the game. Dunbarton Spartans from Pickering, Ontario are your 1997 OFFSAA champions as they celebrate a 4-1 victory, and Stuart, they dominated in almost every facet of the game.
They did. They're a more athletic team. They play tighter passing. They were able to keep possession of the ball better. I mean, Huron Heights were quarterfinalists last year, through to the finals. They can't be disappointed with that. I don't think they played their best game today. They're probably a little disappointed amongst themselves, but the better team on the day did win and deserved it in the commanding style at which they played.
Well, stay with us. We will have the 1997 OFFSAA Awards presentation coming up next. You've been watching the 1997 Girls OFFSAA Championship. The final score, Dunbarton 4, Huron Heights 1.
Meals for the production crew were provided by Pizza Pizza, 737-1111. Pizza Pizza, a proud sponsor of community television.
Welcome back to Terry Fox Field. We're just ready for the award presentation now. Stuart, who do we have up front here to present things?
Right now in the center is Pat Lacasse with the mic. To the far left is Richard Sutton, who is the Director of Officials. To our back in the white blouse is Joyce Stewart, the President of the EODSA. To the right of the table is Sue Fleming, Director of Athletics for the National Capital Area, and Terry Gamble with the nice white hat on. He's from the SAC committee and also organizer of a highly successful South Carleton girls soccer tournament.
Well, let's turn things over to Pat Lacasse now down at field level.
Well, girls, a long weekend, especially after today, is finally over. And yeah, first of all, the question that's most important for myself and the organizing committee, did you guys have fun? Excellent. Well, that makes us very, very, very pleased. And certainly, we know that we had the 4 best teams in the tournament playing today. I mean, 2 semifinals to go down to penalty kicks, and then again penalties in the bronze medal match. Excellent soccer played today. Congratulations to all of you and to all of your coaches. Thank you. So the last item on the agenda before we send you on your long rides home, we have, on behalf of OFFSAA, a few presentations to make. So first off, I would like to call upon Richard Sutton, our head official, to present the medals to the representatives from the Golden Horseshoe Athletic Conference, St. Mary's High School Crusaders from Hamilton, OFFSAA 4th place. Richard will present the medals to coaches Sean Kiley and Tom Hickey, who will then present them to their team members. Want a hand, Richard? Yeah. Thank you, Richard. And again, congratulations, St. Mary's. And now I'd like to ask Sue Fleming, Executive Secretary of the National Capital Secondary School Athletic Association, our host association, to present the bronze medals to Coach Barbara Smid of the representative from the Scarborough Secondary School Athletic Association, the Sir Oliver Mowat Secondary School Gales.
Well, an exciting third-place finish by Sir Oliver Mowat from Scarborough, beating St. Mary's from Hamilton in the bronze medal game that was held at the exact same time as the championship game. And Stuart, quite an exciting finish to that one as well.
That one went down to penalty shots after a 0-0 regulation tie. And the interesting thing is both of those teams have been involved in shootouts in their semifinals. So unfortunately for St. Mary's, they lost 2 shootouts today and ended up in 4th. And the Sir Oliver Mowat team lost 1 and won 1 and walks home with a bronze medal.
Well, as you mentioned during the telecast of the championship game, the bronze medal game featured a battle of the number 1 and number 2 ranked teams, and a very close match. I'm sure that the 2 teams that played in the finals would be surprised to hear that it was so close.
Yeah, I would think so too. I think it's been an impressive weekend of soccer, and I think everyone, the organizing committee, all the people involved can be really happy with what's gone on here. The games were played with the spirit of the sport at large. There was very little fouling. The games were well played and wide open.
Congratulations, Mowat, and thank you. Now I would like to call upon Joy Stewart, president of the, oh, no, that's also for the champ, president of the Eastern Ontario District Soccer Association, to present the silver medals to a team that made it to the quarterfinals last year, and this year it came much closer. Of course, the only team that beat you was Dunbarton, who unfortunately did it twice. Congratulations to the representatives from York Region, Coach Brian Avey, Huron Heights Secondary School Warriors.
And of course, our finalists from Huron Heights High School in Newmarket, falling 4-1 to Dunbarton.
Falling 4-1 is probably a nice statement. They were outplayed, and Coach Brian Avey probably knows his players didn't put their best game on the field. Brian Avey, an interesting story, works for the OSA. Both his daughters attending the school. Previous soccer coach had to move schools. He stepped up as a parent volunteer and coached the team through the whole season. That's a credit to volunteerism that exists in Ontario and what keeps soccer going.
Well, you have to be impressed with, as you mentioned during the telecast, Huron Heights being a varsity team with just 1 team at the school to advance this far against a majority of teams that are made up of senior players in grades 11, 12 in the OAC.
Yeah, it's sort of surprising that a school of that size would only have a varsity team. I guess a shortage of coaches, perhaps, stuff like that, does affect the type of programs that schools run. And there's a lot of teachers and a lot of parents that can step forward and volunteer their time to ensure that we get as many programs and sports running in schools as possible.
Well, some strong players stood out for the Huron Heights squad, especially back in the midfield. I know that you like number 6, Christy Avery.
Yeah, she was a player that was underutilized, I felt, a player that was able to attack, a player that was able to turn players, had good vision of the field, but unfortunately they just couldn't seem to release her enough or get the ball to their feet. They played a very a choppy game. I think part of it was fatigue. Maybe the lack of athleticism in the sense that some of the players were younger. They just don't have the strength and stamina of the older girls. But their team did break down a number of times, and when they did, Dunbarton was there to hammer home.
As we finish off the silver medal presentation, the last one, of course, going to the coach, Brian Avey, as he takes his York Region champions through to the silver medal position at this year's OFFSAA Championship.
Congratulations again, Huron Heights. And now, for the first time, a representative from Lake Ontario Secondary School Association has won Girls AAA OFFSAA. We won't say it's because you're a new association. But no one from Durham, York, or anyone in that region has ever won before. I would now like to call upon Terry Gamble, co-chair of the OFFSAA Girls Soccer Sport Advisory Committee, to present the gold medals to representatives from LASA, coaches George Warren and Linda Caraya, Dunbarton High School Spartans.
Great team, very spirited, very strong players in very key positions. The coach was very tactical in the way he moved players around. Derringer starting the game as a striker, finishing the first half in midfield, closing the game out as a sweeper. He did a very good job of moving players around the field tactically to always have a strong lineup and causing problems for the Huron Heights team.
Well, for George Warren, it was Dumbarton's first trip to an OFFSAA championship, and no better way to finish it up than being the OFFSAA champions.
Well, yes, and a nice banner to put up in the gym and medals to wear, and those medals have a lot of tradition to them. I mean, I think OFFSAA's been using the same medals since they instituted provincial-wide championships, so it's a definite keepsake and something that people can hang on to and treasure and talk about when they're a little long in the tooth.
As we see the final gold medals being presented to Dunbarton High School from Pickering, Ontario, which is just outside of Toronto.
Yeah, the Dunbarton team, a lot of their players play in Scarborough. I think the Pickering Soccer Association is going to have to definitely get some strong U19 and U18 girls teams to try to keep all these players in their community and avoid them from commuting into the Scarborough Azuris and the Scarborough United clubs, and look to build from a strength like this of an OFFSAA medal.
And the final presentation being made to Coach George Warren. And then, of course, just a couple of formalities left. The championship cup that we see there on the table, as well as the championship banner.
And also, it looks like a complimentary ball there from Adidas that'll be, no doubt, hopefully, if the coach gets it all signed, it'll look great in a display case at the school for many years to come.
For all the hard work they did, or they've done, I'm very pleased, and please thank them, and I thank you on behalf of OFFSAA and myself. Thank you very much. Thanks. Now I'd like to call upon the captain of the Spartans, Jennifer Dillinger, to come on up and collect some hardware. Oh, who else do we have? Andrea Mitchell. All right. What would you like first? First.
Sure. Keep it clock.
Yes. Well, face camera.
Face camera.
Camera's over there.
Give me some. Oh,
Why do
geez.
it?
I don't like this.
All right, so on behalf of OFFSAA, I have to present to you the championship plaque.
More.
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 The game ball.
Thank you. Yeah.
You put that on the ground. The OFFSAA banner, which you can hang with pride in your school gym.
The other side. No, the other side so the cameras can see. Can't turn around. I'll go this way. I don't like this at all. But you're so good at it.
Face this camera.
Which one? Okay. Jeez.
And last but certainly not least, the championship trophy. Congratulations, Dunbarton.
Okay, hold on. Here, you hold it. Imagine it dropped and broke.
And there we see our 1997 champions from Dunbarton. Well-deserved championship. Don't you agree, Stuart?
Yeah, solid team, well played, 4-1 convincing win. Dominating would be a good word to describe it, and I think no one can ever doubt the result here. That team showed a lot of class, a lot of composure throughout all the games that they played.
Well, on behalf of the entire crew here at Rogers Community 22, Stuart Barber and myself, Sean Casey, I'd like to thank you for joining us. Once again, the final score here in the OFFSAA Championship game, Dunbarton 4, Huron Heights 1.
Canadians are in a very difficult group, perhaps the most difficult ever put together for this tournament. Canada is in Group A along with Finland, the Czech Republic, the United States, and Slovakia. The top 4 teams in each group move on to the next round, but you can see that Russia and Sweden are in a much easier grouping. Kazakhstan and Ukraine not likely to put much of a fight against those two powerhouses. And earlier today, the tournament got underway as the Czech Republic beat Slovakia by a score of 5-2. Milan Kraft had the hat trick for the Czechs, the pick of the Pittsburgh Penguins. That's some revenge for the Czechs, who were shocked on opening day of the tournament last year in Manitoba, beaten by their arch rivals, the Slovaks. Switzerland, meantime, hammered Ukraine by a score of 6.